What is up, guys? Sumner2514 coming back at you with some more Marvel Strike Force action. Today, we're just getting logged in after last night's video. I did get in and log in the morning and got a lot of my morning stuff done, but we're here just after the store reset about an hour ago for me, and we've got some dailies to do and some stuff to check out. Now, I don't remember if we won or lost our war. We should be able to go in and double check. I was pretty upset about the loss from those attacks that were unnecessary. Um, but we'll see what happened here. We did end up winning, which is fantastic. Even with those 8, 9, 10 wasted attacks that ended up winning for us. If you remember, we drilled right down the center, and then I had marked a hangar or something to attack. We opened that up. Barracks and medbay were right next to it. We were able to take down medbay, and I believe we got barracks. We ended up getting one of the rooms for the reactor done, which opened up bridge to the left of it, and we were able to work down, I think, most of the bridge. And then I was able to spend all my energy, but I didn't check the rest of it after that. So, fantastic that we won, even with the wasted energy. It didn't seem to hurt us at all. We're going to jump in, collect a couple of our milestones. We're going to do one arena attack. I still have 2 left for the day, so we can get both of those done. This Infinity Watch is far too large for us to attempt. However, this we should be able to get through. With our Loki and our Emma Frost, we should be faster than the other team. Our Cersei should go first, which will let us do a little bit of damage to them and hopefully be able to get one of their characters down and potentially double tap from Icarus. Now, this did come out, I think, a little fast. I was kind of hoping Loki might have gone before Icarus. That way we could maybe get another double tap on one of these characters. But we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, we are not able to finish it off there. So we will, however, ask one of these characters, or probably, I think we might save that. We're going to save it and just kill them. And then we'll let Doom hang out and just kill Emma. We're going to throw out a slow on everyone since we do have their turn meter kind of rewound here. And we'll use our Doom bot to do a little damage and then get this stun out. That's super important so that their Icarus doesn't kill our Doom bot and then double tap our team. Now we are going to come over here and we're just going to basic on Cersei. If those Doom bots come out from their Doom, I want to be able to hit multiple targets at one time and just be able to clear them out. We're going to use our Loki here to see if we can get that Cersei dead. Unfortunately, we're unable to. However, we should be able to kill her here, and we clear out the Doom bot, and then we should be able to clear out their Icarus, and we can time platform and auto the rest of this, as we should and will be able to kill this Doom before he can take a turn, since we have several turns, and we had several Doom bots. So it puts us right on that 100 mark. We'll come back and then should be able to get under the 100. Unfortunately, obviously I wasn't under the 100 for the payout, but that's okay. We still have just under a day left to attempt to get Omega Red, and the new events came out, Wakanda Nation, which we don't care about. Raid Frenzy, we don't care about. We don't do anything there, so really useless for us. We'll go into our store, and like I said, I am buying these two options that pop up. Scroll down, I don't think there's anything we really need to buy here. Even the purple bottles. Now we could buy these, there's several characters. I think we're going to buy those just because we didn't have very many and we have lots of characters that need them. Snatch up our war boosts and refills. Nothing over here in this store that we need, except we'll pick up these superior focus catalysts, and everything else looks fine. Still not purchasing those characters for the $9.75. We're going to scroll down and collect our 3 minions that are down here at the bottom. Lastly, I don't need any characters that are currently up here. Ghost is, all of these characters are max star level, and I'm not looking to purchase any of these. Well, I might purchase these. They're only $9.50. Yeah, we'll purchase those. We got a lot of characters that'll use them. And then we'll jump over here and see who we get. Misty Knight would probably be a decent option, but mine's still a small Misty Knight, so I wouldn't be getting any use out of it. Red Skull, I could buy this 4 Red Skull, which would give me a little bit more use out of him on offense. But other than that, nothing worth, in my opinion, spending my my credits on here. I know immediately after I spend 150 of these silver promotion credits, there'll be an actual character that I want in this store, and then we'll be upset that we missed that. Hey, how's it going? Was it Must Awoke Kanin? How are you today? Jump over into our final store here. I do buy any of these that are under the 3 digits. Yeah, I've got a lot of these 4 red stars, the 4, 5, and a couple 6s. I save my 6s for any legendaries that'll come out, and I'll target them at a 6. And then I did actually, you just missed yesterday, we pulled a I believe a 5 red star Dr. Voodoo out of the 5 red star orb, which is just kind of where I had him targeted, which was at that 5 red. And then we use the 4s after that. I do Seed Theory, and we just try to get through with the highest amount of stars possible. Speaking of that, I do have a couple of orbs left to open. I didn't really open many orbs today. Save that for you guys here. So we're going to open, I just opened these premiums. I saved my red stars for Seed Theory, and gold orbs, and then any additional milestone orbs that I have are all used for Seed Theory. Unfortunately, this was not very helpful for us. All of that went into Ultimus food. I think I got the 1 shard of somebody over in that back corner. Get down here. I am in the market for dagger. So I will be opening these 2 dagger orbs here. And that's a pretty good pull. 10 dagger shards. Looks like that'll put us at that 68 mark. And then we got 1 more. So if we can pull another 10 or 12, that'd be fantastic. Another 10. Great. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Must. It was definitely a lot of self-control in order to not click and just empty all of these red dots out of here. It really helped that I still do open, basic orbs and stuff like that. Saving is definitely difficult. But when I try to, I'm a pretty free to play player. I do spend a very minimal amount, but I set goals. Spending about 1 million gold a day. I've upped that recently and spend what I need to, but I save my orbs for seed theory. I get the click. I scratch that itch by just opening some of these orbs here, which does it for me. I don't need to open a ton. There's a nice big 25 of them. But it was a big thing when I started like consciously saving and hoarding my orbs for things that I wanted more. I know that, and obviously I don't have any use for purple gear, so I don't need to open these. Maybe they'll rework them, or maybe they'll do something different. I don't know. But when I set my mind to knowing that I wanted to do seed theory so that I got the most amount of red stars for the characters when they came out, and setting my cap on my gold spending really helped kind of bring that back into perspective of where I wanted to be taking my game and what I needed to do to get there. And like I said, I get plenty of these orbs that kind of scratch that orb opening itch for me. And then, I had a ton. I think I had close to 700 milestone orbs at the beginning of the year. And I'm down to like 0 milestone orbs now. So opening those was a big deal. My TCP, wrong place here. We need to go. Let's see here. 10,700,000. Not the greatest. I got a lot of teams that I got to work on. I'll go through my roster here in a little bit. Let's see. We're finishing up on these raid orbs. We'll open up these elite orbs. These help open up. I have lots of raid orange gear that I can open. And so it's really helpful there. SA. What is I'm blanking on it. Secret Avengers. Yep, I got it just the same time. Yeah, I'm working on my Secret Avengers. I really needed. I have a few more shards to get on my Captain Sam to open up Omega Red, and that's my goal. I kind of slacked off too much, and so my Captain Sam, and there was several characters that I really slacked on that didn't get built as far. Doom, Secret Avengers, and Kestrel. Yeah, if there's not a restriction, this in this Ultimus, my alliance is Ultimus 5 here. What I come in and this team here is what I use. Eternals, Black Bolt, Kestrel, and Deathpool. We haven't quite moved into the Doom raids yet, but I really like to. We tried it a time or two, and just several people weren't able to get very far in it, so my alliance back down and do what we can to gear up the rest of our people. I like this team. I like to call it my perpetual motion machine. A lot of times, once this team gets started, it just kind of runs through everybody. The problem is when Deathpool kills somebody, we don't get a ping from Black Bolt. But then if Black Bolt will kill the person, we'll get a ping from Deathpool to usually put somebody into red again, and then Black Bolt will ping them and kill them, and it's kind of just goes from there. Yeah, when we stepped in, it was, gosh, it was probably right around the beginning of um, of Doom raids. We've tried them here and there, and like I said, there's several people that just aren't able to get very far, and we struggle to focus some people into those raids. But um, I've not really focused my roster as much as I probably should have, um, but I have been playing. Um, I've actually been playing this game since the open beta, what, 5 years ago. Um, and then one day I logged in, and I didn't know that it was in an open beta. And one day I logged in, and the game didn't work, and it pissed me off. So I just stopped playing it for like 2 or 3 months. Um, then I came back, and the game was back on, and I've basically been playing every day for the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, we definitely try to guide people. Um, we have a Discord for the Alliance, and we try to help, but we get people that kind of come in and out. We're not super competitive or this big amazing alliance or anything. So um, we struggle a little bit. Um, so I'll go through my roster here. I've kind of done a lot of the daily stuff that I needed to kind of wanted to get done to start with. So I'll just go through my roster. Um, I need to spend gold on Sam and get him built up, and I also need to probably crack a couple more of his nodes for the day. But I actually heart all the new characters whenever they come out, and it gives me this nice break here because I don't have all the characters of characters that I still need to collect, and then characters that I've leveled up to 80, G15, all that stuff. And then as I actually collect the characters, they file in down here. And when I work on characters, obviously I know the ones that I need to work on, or the newer ones are right here. So I can quickly grab them and work on them, and I don't have to go look for them. So I was working on Sharon Carter. My goal was to get her to level 80, and I just did that either last night or earlier today. I was able to get her to 80. Um, Her abilities are all almost maxed out. I don't know if I'll max them out. Um, no, I have my heroes for hire. They're small. Two of the characters are small. Misty Knight is small, and Colleen Wing are very small. But I have the entire team. I just have to work on building them up. I built Shang-Chi. He's a little over 110. Um, I'm also in. I think I'm in medbay or barracks depending on the day. I either get switched back and forth to medbay and barracks, which in our war isn't super accessible early off. So we're obviously not. I'm not in a full clear alliance or anything. So my heroes for hire are up front. I don't care if they kill my Misty Knight and Colleen Wing. Usually, I still get a D win because of the size of my Shang-Chi, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. Um, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, they got built up some time ago. I haven't touched them since the Heroes for Hire came out, but they're 100k here, 91k. I do need to level them up and bring them up to par with Shang-Chi, but I still get a defense win, and it still brings in the appropriate counters, whether it be Weapon X or Infinity Watch or even Eternals. So that's kind of the goal, is to at least pull in one of those teams, if not two. Um, so, anyways, I keep all the characters here that I'm working on. I might be working on them for different reasons, and they're not necessarily in any kind of a specific order that I could easily just be like, okay, it's this character, blah blah blah. Sharon Carter moved up; she was down here. I've geared her up. I do want to probably take her to G14 and then bring her a little further. So she's still chilling here until then. But I needed to make sure, and I need to make sure I have enough gold to bring both Captain Sam and Maria Hill up to that G12 if I can get Sam to 5 yellow so that I can open up Omega Red. You max Sharon's ult and special. Yeah, she's an amazing character, and I probably will. I don't think I have any characters that I don't dump this into and max out their ult at the very least, or their passive. Sorry, this passive. I always find the passives just to be great, but apparently she's a really just overall great character. This one I may not do just because it's damage. It doesn't do anything. Yeah. She does hit like a truck. The focus is the really important part, because you need her to land you need her to be able to clear these positive buffs, and that's the big deal. So she needs that focus for it. So as we continue on, Taskmaster is actually here. I am farming the ISOs for him. I'm gonna get him all up to the 5 ISOs, and he's like a 5th or 6th or 7th in line for farming his shards. So that's kind of why he's here, is just a shard farm, and I'm finishing up his ISOs. Kree, Reaper, and Noble actually take precedence over Taskmaster as far as farming shards, so that I can get them up to finish Fury. But again, they're way down on the bottom rung. Obviously, I've been farming Captain Sam. I farm Yelena and Moon Knight are the big farms. I don't believe anyone else has any is farmable on any node. So those are 3 big node farms that I have, and then I move into the Kree and then Taskmaster to kind of finish those node farms out as far as shards are going. Looks like I did. What we got? Silver Surfer. I did go get that offer. In fact, I didn't check back today on their update, but I checked yesterday and they didn't do the 99-cent thing, or anything again. And actually, yeah, I forgot. I don't know why he's favorited as a verse. But yeah, I got the costume here. I think it's pretty neat, and actually we'll probably just equip it. Yeah, I did get that. It actually pushed me up to that 6th yellow to fill in my 6 red. So I got a 6 red Silver Surfer, and so he's pretty beefy. I like to use Silver Surfer and the Eternals, and then there's 2 randoms, and they can usually also take down a Heroes for Hire. So it does take my Eternals and Silver Surfer, but clearing those war rooms is pretty important. So that's kind of the explanation of why I have so many favorited or hearted characters up here. Excuse me. As soon as they're no longer really relevant, then I'll unheart them and they can just disappear back into the dregs of where they need to go. In fact, that's kind of what Kitty Pryde needs to do right now. She just needs to kind of go back into the dregs of the roster. I needed to build her up for something a couple weeks ago. So I did build her up, which is why she was kind of up at the top of the roster for a minute there. But she can just disappear back into the dregs. I don't quite need her right now. If I do need a character, obviously I'll just go hard them and bring them back up to the top and work on them from there. Let's see. Yeah, she fell back down in here. Yeah, we don't need any of the Wakanda characters. I do want to probably start working on Squirrel Girl for the Young Avengers, but I think that I missed Echo, so it's not a huge deal. If I do go get Echo, then I'll come back and I'll find Squirrel Girl and I'll get her all geared up and stuff. But yeah, the dregs of my roster are pretty sad. There's a lot of decent characters down here that I need to build up, but one of my big complaints with the game is I feel as if they put out characters too quickly for free to play or a very light spender as in myself to be able to keep up with all of them, especially with needing to gear everyone up and all that stuff. So let's see here. Lady Longnails event came. Oh yeah, he had two. You needed 2 shards. Yeah. Yep. I think I don't think I think I had her prior to it. So I do feel like if you're not spending, that you definitely are at a disadvantage. I mean, I assume that you at least are you're talking about the Silver Surfer offer. I assume you at least spent the 99 cents there. Yep, I need to build her up for Weapon X. The my issue with building her up for Weapon X is I don't have Omega Red. So just like I don't have Echo, there's no point in building up Kate Bishop really because I don't have Echo for that Young Avengers team. Just like I don't have Ghost Spider, so I don't have my Web Warriors team built up. I missed Magic, so I don't have the X-Men team to find them. So missing these 1 and 2 parts, or one part to a couple teams, means that they get worked on later. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm a very light spender. I don't mind a $5 offer here and there if I believe that it's worth it. I obviously I have a decent Silver Surfer, so I did spend all of those last year when Silver Surfer came out. I bought a ton of those offers, but the new Silver Surfer deal was definitely a steal, and it was just kind of a no-brainer to spend the 99 cents there. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable spending. I'm in America, so I think it's $25. So like this, yeah, 20. Oh, it is. It's comparable. So yeah, I don't. This is obviously a terrible deal. I do watch Mobile Gamer, and I like a lot of his evaluations. It really helped when I started, kind of getting a little more serious about the game. I found him and his evaluations really helped me in my thought process of whether or not I wanted to spend the gold. Because the problem is that you'll look at this offer from Scopely and you're like, oh, get 90% off. Wow, that's a really great deal. But in actuality, like he says, 300 doesn't make a dent in some characters. And 50 shards should be $5 all day long. If they want to charge me, $7-8 for something like this, okay. 50 shards plus some garbage extra stuff, I could probably deal that. Yeah, and that mega orb that shows up for $5. It's a pretty decent deal. Um, there are a couple things that mobile gamer. Obviously, he's a spender versus me, who I don't typically spender. I'm very light spender as yourself. So I believe that we're pretty on par with what I spend versus what you're spending too. But this deal, I'm actually going to pick up. I do believe that this is a valuable deal, especially since I'm trying to get Captain Sam. The spending this 150 cores or 175 cores to get this energy, I would actually be spending probably 200 cores to get the same amount of energy because I'm pumping that much. Um, yeah, I don't I do like to watch them. As far as watching those other streamers, Mobile Gamer, um, I was for a while watching like Valley and Philosopher and a couple other people, but I've actually kind of reeled back on that because I don't know. I just don't feel that I continue to need to. Um, oh yeah, and then you can get that just the lowdown. Yeah. Um, but yeah, um, this is a deal. I'm gonna buy the this. I'm gonna go ahead and try to farm Captain Sam. I do believe this is actually a good deal as well. Whether or not you are pushing to 80, if you need energy, 600 energy for $5 is definitely worth it. Um, the reason being is for $5 you get 375 cores, and that the 375 cores will translate to what, three purchases in a day or four purchases of energy or something like that. So you do end up getting like 400 or 500 energy. However, this is obviously just the same amount if you're just needing energy, and you kind of get some free uh, blitz currency or whatever it is, or the blitz energy as well. I'm not going to purchase it, but I do think this is a good deal if you are in need of the energy for something like the Captain Sam events, or you're pushing to just level up or anything like that. The rest of these I don't believe are usually any good. I do stop and check the calendars out. I don't ever think that this is a good value. This one, training orbs. Yep, this is worth $1. So if you were to gonna go ahead and spend, that's probably worth it. Um, for a little while, I was purchasing these Legacy 1 orbs. I do think that their value, even for an older player, I needed several of the characters that were in here to finish them out, and so it had value. Plus, there was some gold in it. Now, it's not a value to me anymore, but it is worth it if you need any of those Legacy 1 characters and have the additional $3 or $4 to spend on it. The gold orbs here, don't believe this is worth it. It's only about $2 and then like $2.50 maybe total for something like that. I don't think you should. I mean, maybe you need health packs, but I don't think so. I don't think it's worth buying. Just blitz more for this one. None of the rest of these are probably worth any amount of cores or real money to purchase there. So, but I do think that it is worth checking out these core offers if you can. I spent a ton the other day to um, to finish up my dailies for um, Deathpool was here, and I was clear down. I had just reached this tier 52, and then it was like 200, 400, 600, 800 or 1,000 cores. So I spent all of those cores, and then I was actually gonna to activate I was gonna activate this, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it later. And then real life got in the way, and I missed my opportunity to purchase this activated top for Deathpool. So I was pretty bummed about that, and I actually thought to myself, man, it would really be great if once you reach that, if for 24 hours it dropped in your supply store or in your offer store, like up here, and it was like last chance um, for the daily objectives, or last chance for the strike pass, and gave you like a day to purchase that. Would have been fantastic. Probably would have dropped that $20 on that, considering I dropped the like 3,000 cores on it. I probably would drop the $20 on it to just make sure I got those additional death pool and gear that was available for me there. Um, let's see. Oh, yeah, the six. Yeah, Scopely has and the other best thing they brought to the game was basically the removal um, of microtransactions, and really just change it to basically all completely macro transactions. Um, they also brought the increased um, uh, churning of new characters, along with increased power level of characters. So we can't forget to give them credit for that. Um, so I do need last night I needed 26. I believe it was 26 Captain Sam shards to finish Captain Sam so that I can get Omega Red. Today I have reset um, his node. I think it's 6 resets before you get to 100, because it goes like 50, 50, 50, 50, and then 100 and 100. So I think I've reset it 6 times, and I gained 6 shards because I gained 8 shards because I needed 24. So I gained 8 shards out of essentially 6 or 7 total. I've dumped nothing but all my energy into this um, to try to get Captain Sam. This 200 cores is really hard because I have only just over 1,000 cores left. But I really need to get Captain Sam so I can unlock Omega Red in the next 24 hours. And although I'd rather not spend 200 cores, I'm going to have to probably spend the 200 tomorrow. And if I'm gonna have to spend more cores tomorrow, after the 200 tomorrow, it's gonna go up higher, which means that I should have spent the 200 today. So we'll go ahead and drop 200 cores right now. We're going to drop the 100 energy, and we got a whopping 0 Captain Sam shards. So 0 is still, 0 times 0 is still 0. Which kind of sucks. Drop another 200 cores, that'd bring me down to the 600. And then it'd be 400 cores tomorrow to dump into Captain Sam. Don't do it again. Yeah, it's rough, man. I only need 18 shards, but I mean that's 7 or 8 opens, and the shard rate for him is plummeting. I've gotten 8 shards out of 8 opens, so it's 1 shard an open on average. And that's completely clearing the node. I cleared his node 8 different times. So, yeah, I think I'll hold off. I think I'll hold off on that one. I hate to continue dumping cores, and then I'm not gonna, and then maybe be short anyways, and still not get Omega Red. I really need to get Omega Red because I need an additional team to be able to take out Heroes for Hire on War offense here. But with him being done, we'll spend the rest of our energy here um, on the rest of our, like I said, currently Captain Sam has been my initial farm. Every day I drop the energy on him. Oh, I do need to jump here, and we need to do this villain. So we'll just drop the 60 required there. Fantastic. Need to go drop my ISO energy. So we'll jump into Taskmaster, and we'll dump the ISO energy there. So just because it's been its habit now, but I am working backwards here. I just go this way and then back around. I do the full 24, and then do the full 24, full 24, full 24, and then here, and then I'll work back around the circle the other way, doing the 12s. And then eventually what'll happen is, this one's almost done, and then I'll start on this one, and then I kind of go back around the circle that way to drop my ISO energy. So I want to drop my ISO energy down below that 50 mark so that I didn't waste time. I try to not waste time. So even if it was 3 or 4 minutes, that's 3 or 4 minutes that I could be getting another energy for later in this video, or even later this evening, or anything like that. So try to keep my energy pretty low. We're back to the 100 for our regular energy, so we're going to find Moon Knight. We'll go farm his shards. Drop the 100 there. But I'm big on not wasting any time, and that's why I wanted to make sure my gaining that 80 energy wasn't going to put me over cap. Now that there's nothing I could have done about that 250 earlier, so that one was just kind of, it was going to be what it was, whether it was a minute or so or not. But that one was going to happen either way. I probably could have waited and checked it and done all this other stuff to make sure that I got the 1 energy at that time. The other thing I don't need to do now, but I probably will, is actually just purchase. No, I'll do that in the morning, because when I wake up, I'll have a full. This energy bar is usually full when I get up in the morning, and then I make sure that I start the day with under 440 energy here. As long as you're under 440 when you start collecting your daily objectives, then you won't overcap. And since you can't technically overcap, it'll just stop at 500. 440 is where you want to be, because you gain 60 of this currency through collecting your daily objectives. So something to keep in mind in whenever you wake up, or whenever if this energy is ever capped, in the morning or something, come in and make sure you at least buy enough to get this down to under 440 or less, before you start collecting your daily objectives, so that you get the most free stuff that you can get. I'll collect the rest of those things. Might push us back over 1,000. Well, not tonight. I was gonna say might push us back over 1,000 cores. We might get there tomorrow. Get pushed over that 1,000 cores again. We got one more arena attack here. We should get under the 100 club with this attack. This doesn't seem terrible. I don't know if we'll be able to kill anyone, but it shouldn't be too bad. We'll see if we can find anyone else. This one, we wouldn't be able to go faster than them, unless we wanted to switch out my Doom for Cable. But my Cable is absolutely tiny, and so I think it would kind of just be a hindrance. So we're not going to attack into that, because we wouldn't be faster. I don't know if we would go first, but I know that we wouldn't be faster. Now, if we can go first and get our Icarus to kill their Loki, then we win. But if their Icarus goes before our Icarus, then we lose. Um, because their Icarus will kill my Loki, double tap to kill my Emma, and probably take out one or two of my other characters. One, at least. Don't think we could take this Infinity Watch. I try to make sure Infinity Watches that I'm going in at are under that 800 mark. Yeah, I don't know. We might just try this one. I've already got my two in for the day, so that's all I really need. These are just extra. Some people will be like, "Oh, but you're wasting the attack. You could guarantee you got a different place," and it's like, I probably could. Oh, where did this American Chavez come from? I thought that was a Loki. What happened? That's a different team than I thought I clicked on. Okay. Well, we'll take that. Let's see if we can get this Icarus. He resisted, but maybe we can punch him down a little bit. Now this will double tap. And yeah, we're gonna be able to kill Icarus, Cersei. Oh man, and we're gonna get Doom too. Oh, look at that. We didn't even get touched. That was a totally different team than I clicked on. It must have changed right before I clicked on it, but that was a totally different team. Well, that's cool. That was a good win. We don't have any. I don't have any reason to be doing any seed theory currently. I don't have additional gold orbs. I always wait till I get at least 10 gold orbs. I don't have any additional milestone orbs. I don't have over 10 of those anymore. I could spend gold to increase Captain Sam or Maria Hill, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to Omega Red, and spending the gold now on these characters that in my opinion aren't where I need, where I'm at, just to spend the gold isn't something I need to be doing. I could, I don't know, build up Cloak and Dagger, or build up my Web Warriors, or build up my Bishops so that I can have Axe Force or Axemen to go into another team, another summoning team. Right now, when I go into a summoning team, I've got symbiotes, and my symbiotes are large. And I've got Death Pool on something. Because, when whatever, I believe whenever something is with Death Pool, obviously when something dies, she will use her ability here on enemy death. Yeah, it doesn't even matter if it's a non-summoned enemy. So she's another kind of summon killer. This I probably could increase. I don't really see the need at this time. Cersei basic, could probably increase that one. I think that would actually be beneficial. But Icarus is the real damage dealer anyways, and he's all maxed out. Now mine is kind of small, 3. I only got him at 3 stars. But anyways, I do believe that's gonna do it for the video and the stream on Marvel Strike Force right now. I've kind of gone through all my dailies. I've done my arena. There's nothing else really for me to do. So if you liked what you saw, if you enjoyed hanging out, make sure you leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, binge. Check out my YouTube if you're on Twitch, and check out my Twitch if you're on YouTube. And make sure that you're subscribed and hit that bell notification so you do get updated when I go live. So until next time, this is Sumner 2514 signing out, saying y'all have a good one.